Andy McCord again for Wide Format Online, and we're on the Oce stand this time, where my old friend Gary Muratori is going to take
I'm not so old.
Well, no, not so old. My young friend Gary Muratori is going to take you through the new Colorado printer, and also we're going to talk about Touchstone. We'll find out what that means in a minute. But first, I found this wallet on the floor. Inside is Oce business card and Oce, and look, apparently there's a few hundred of these that have been left around the show. The $50 notes are not quite complete, but there's a story behind this, and Gary's going to tell you about that as well. So I'm going to head over now to Gary Muratori of Oce.
Okay, do you want me to talk about the wallet? Yeah, this was an idea where we thought to customers, like, there's worse ways to lose money than just losing your wallet. And we tried to get customers to identify their current printing practices. So are they printing slow? Are they using inks that are costly? So what we're saying is you can save money by using something like the Colorado. So again, if you find a wallet, come onto the stand. We'd love to talk to you about the Oce Colorado. If you do come for a demo and you've got a wallet, you get yourself $50 worth of movie tickets, so we'd love to see you. A little bit about the Colorado. Basically, this is a new technology roll-to-roll printer. So roll-to-roll printers have been around forever. We've seen Epson, Mimaki, Roland, and the list goes on. This is really different because we re-engineered it from the ground up. And there are 4 key benefits with this machine. The first is breakthrough productivity. Typically, this machine will print 4 to 6 times faster than what you would have with a typical roll-to-roll printer. So if we look at something like, for example, an application like backlits, you might be doing them on a machine and doing them at 5 square meters an hour. On this machine, we can do them at 20. If we look at high-quality indoor posters, you might be doing them at 10 square meters an hour on a conventional solvent machine. On this machine, we're doing them 40. And outside stuff, we can go up to 156 square meters an hour. So it really is built for speed. It is the fastest roll-to-roll printer on the market. So that's the first thing. Second thing is a range of material that you can put on the machine. Because we're not using any high temperature platens to cure the ink, we're actually curing this as a UV machine. So the ink is being cured with a low temperature, it's right there, low temperature UV LEDs, which means that we can put a lot of heat sensitive materials that cannot be normally printed in a roll-to-roll fashion on this machine. So great range of medias, different sabs, different wallpapers, different banners, etc., small foils, the list goes on. That's the second thing. Third thing is never before seen automation. So when you load a roll on this, you might have seen roll-to-roll printers. So you put a single roll on the back, you open the platen, someone gets around the front and drags it through and tries to skew it up, and often it's a 2-man operation if it's a big roll that weighs 50 or 100 kilos. On this, we just simply open the drawers at the back, we drop a roll of media in, we slide it into the slot, we shut the drawer, and it will automate this all the way through. So there's no need for the operator to open the carriage at all to pull the media through. That's fully automated. The other thing with the automation is that it will measure the width of the material, so it knows what's there, and looks at a database and knows how much is on the roll. We can put 2 rolls in the machine, so if we need to swap a roll to do another type of job, we can do it from the control panel here. And when the thing is printing, it will hold the media and continue to print, so the operator can just come around, tape the front, and he's up and running. The final benefit is the low cost of operation on this machine. It doesn't use a lot of ink, so typically around about 6.7 millilitres per square metre, which is anywhere between 2 and 3 times less than comparable technologies such as solvent or latex materials. And the ink is based around a new technology which we call UV gel. I'll just explain that just very, very quickly. It is an ink that has the consistency of a hair gel, if you like. So it's pumped up to the print heads and immediately heated to about 85 degrees Celsius, which turns it into a liquid which can be jetted. It's jetted onto the media. The media is cooled on a platen there and immediately will set. So the ink doesn't coalesce, it doesn't move, there's no dot gain, it doesn't leach into the media, and then it can be cured by a second head that comes across here. The result is scratch-proof prints, prints that have no smell, prints that can be ready to be finished. Quite simply, the best roll-to-roll machine on the market. That was 3 minutes, wasn't it?
Okay, we're still with Gary Muratori here at Oce. We're talking about a product called Touchstone. Touchstone to me is a secret CIA program in the Bourne Identity. Or was that Threadstone?
Oh, well, we'll take it as Touchstone.
Oh, right. Well, anyway, Gary knows because he knows everything. But Touchstone, it's got this fantastic tactile feel to it, and it's printed on a standard Oce Arizona type printer. But anyway, that's enough from me. By the way, this wall too was printed on it. There's texture here you can feel. I'll hand over to Gary to tell you about Touchstone.
Thanks, Andy. This is a project that we've been running at Oce for several years because we knew that we had a really good foundation of a printer that can repeatedly put ink precisely on any part of the bed. So a lot of our customers were doing basic stuff like Braille, etc., but they were doing it in pretty much a manual way. So they would print a layer, raise the head, try a few things, so it was timely and not exactly cost effective. But we knew that we had, as I said, good foundation for doing it. So what the R&D team did at Oce is basically produce two software products. The first is a series of plugins that goes into Illustrator or Photoshop to allow graphic designers to quickly design something that has tactile layers or elevated printing involved. So in this case, the one I've got here has a nice sort of raised feel of tiles. Andy's already printed to this one. This actually feels like bricks and it's got depth, etc. in there. That can be quickly done in Photoshop or Illustrator. Now the great thing about it is we make that software available for free. So any designer can do that. In this case here, we've actually got, you can feel the mortar and the bricks recessing. So the kind of things that this would be used for is create those textured type effects for architectural type work, or on flexible media, creating faux patterns, like taking a cheap vinyl and putting a snakeskin pattern on it, or a leather pattern, or something like that. We can also use the varnish or the clear layers on this to print optical effects. So we've been putting on some PVC. We've printed a layer that makes it look like carbon fibre. Now, of course, if you wanted to print that around something, carbon fibre is expensive, but to print that look makes it look really nice. So there's a lot of application for this. I like to say to people that when it comes to digital printing, 90% of the applications are yet to be thought of. This is just another application that you can let your imagination run wild. Name of the product, Touchstone.